in that journey, it's also like you sit with the pain in your body. So all the physical pain or health issues or imbalances that I've had in my body after some things happening this year and an injury I had. And I was sitting with the physical pain in my body, and you can start to feel every cell of your body and really start talking to that pain. And as I was sitting with that pain and really giving it space and allow it to be here, it would always show me, I will come back to what's the root cause of this pain. And then I would have an emotional release or an understanding of why the pain is there. And sometimes it would also cleanse itself. Like I would literally go to the toilet so often and just poop out lots of things, even though I didn't eat anything. But there was so much that was holding on that the body was cleansing out. And then, so when I came out of the dark room, which is also a very special journey when you go out of the room for the first time in a week, and you take off the blindfold, it's like you're being reborn again. But in the days following, and back to your question, I did have a lot of downloads. The journey just continued for probably 5-6 days after the dark room. And that means that every time I would get some sort of limitation up, and limitations is also patterns in life. It's when I wake up and I lack purpose, or I go through the day and I'm like, fuck, I'm freaking lonely in this. Like no one understands the level of love that I have now and that I would love to share now with everyone. And then I come back home and then the life is what it was when I left, but I'm so changed. So how am I going to share this love with everyone? And then there would come up a loneliness in me. So these are all these limitations we have and all these feelings of separation with others and with life itself. And so what was so beautiful after darkness is that it would be even easier for me to access and transform all the limitations that we all carry with us. So every time I would, for instance, have this like, oh, this loneliness, or oh, now I'm lacking purpose. What should I do now with all of this? I could just sit with that lack of fulfillment in this present moment. That's all the limitations, the lack of fulfillment in this present moment. And then I could just straight away access the source of it. And so in the days following after the dark room, I would still have access to this blue Buddha that I've been talking to in the whole journey of this dark room. This blue Buddha it's just a Buddha that have been with me the whole time and that have shown me my pain and explained things to me and shared different symbols and understandings of why we carry the pain we do. And in the days following, he would always come back up every time I would reach another limitation in myself. And I would reach the understanding and download it and integrate and embody it and move on with the day. And then next time I felt the limitation, I would again access this high level of consciousness and different spirits that I would be in touch with that would guide me in different ways and explain things to me. And then I would access the pain in me and cry a lot and feel a lot and feel a lot. And the emotions as well is also very present. After a journey like that, I was crying a lot during the darkness, but also in the days after. Just so much love, so much beauty, and also so much pain. So it's definitely been continuing, all the downloads coming afterwards. And it is still today, but already there's so much more stimuli that I have now from all the noise around me that I take in. So already now I have a lot less access to that higher level of consciousness and to the spirits. And it takes longer now to access the pain, even though I still access it quite fast, to access the limitations and are able to transform it than it is in the beginning. And it just, again, gets me reminded of how much stimuli and distractions we live in. Like just, for instance, our pineal gland, our intuition is where we access the highest level of consciousness, the highest level of love, the highest path to abundance and freedom. And the system has researched what is like the 4 top things that blocks the pineal gland, the intuition, to block it for us so that they can instead control us, so that we don't have access to that higher truth within us. And one of those things, of the top 4 things that blocks it the most, is Wi-Fi. So just me going on my phone again after the dark room and being on the computers all the time already started to shut down more of that truth. And give me less access.